My dear students, welcome back to my English class. With positive hope for the coming days, I would like to start my next lecture. Students, in my two previous lectures, I have completed both the poems. So kindly make sure that you have written all the question answers related to those poems in your workbooks. Don't leave any pending work, so please utilize your time to the fullest. Today, children, we will start with the story The Little Match Girl, written by Hans Christian Andersen. This author, children, is a Danish writer who is best known for his fairy tales. Andersen himself had a very unhappy childhood, and most of his stories they deal with sadness, loss, and death. So, children, The Little Match Girl is one of such stories. This story is set around Christmas, and it tells us about a little girl who was very poor, and she used to sell matchsticks, and that's why she is called as the match girl in this story. This girl, children, dies in the story because of cold and hunger in the street. All the people, they were celebrating the birth of the Jesus Christ inside their warm, cozy homes when this girl received a painful death. This story, children, emphasize the need for compassion. It means we must show kindness and mercy and concern towards those who have so much lesser than we have. If somebody had shown even a little compassion for this girl, children, she must not have died in the streets like she did. Now open this story in your books. In my book, it is on page number 88. Page number may be different in your book. So let's start with this story. When you would read the first page, children, you will come to know that it was a New Year's Eve, and snow was falling, and it was bitterly cold. In such a cold and gloomy evening, children, a poor little girl, she was walking bareheaded. Barefoot means she was having nothing to cover her head and nothing to wear in her feet. Children, when she started from home, that girl was wearing slippers, but those slippers were very big as they belonged to her dead mother. She lost one of her slippers while trying to escape from two terribly fast carriages, and her other slipper, children, it was taken by a boy who just picked it up and ran off by saying that he would make a cradle out of this slipper when he would have children of his own. So this question could be asked that how did the girl lose her slippers? Children, that child was very hungry. She didn't eat anything since morning, but she didn't dare to go home. Why? Now we have started from the next page, from the second page of this story. So why that girl didn't dare to go home? It was because nobody had bought even a single matchbox from her that day. As a result of that, she didn't earn even a single penny. And if she would go back to her home without earning, children, her cruel father would surely beat her. There was one more reason why she didn't want to go home. The roof of her home, which was stuffed with straw and rags, it was having large cracks in it, and because of those cracks, it was extremely cold at her home. So these are the two reasons why she didn't want to go back to her home. So children, in order to save her from that chilling wind, this little match girl, she sat down in the corner formed by the walls of two houses in that street. While sitting, she started tucking her little legs and hands under her feet. But nothing was working in that bitter cold. With her numb hands, children, she lighted up a matchstick. It gave a warm, bright flame. These points you need to listen very carefully, because every time one or two questions are asked from this part, children, when we don't have certain things, we always dream to achieve those. And that little girl, children, what was she not having? That girl was hungry. She was not having food. There was no one to love her, to take care of her. She didn't have the basic necessities of life. So when she lighted her first matchstick to warm her numb hands and feet, children, she visualized a great iron polished stove with brass. it produced a beautiful fire which was giving a lovely warmth. But by the time the little girl stretched his hands to get that warmth, children, the flame of the matchstick went out, and that stove, it vanished away from her sight. Then that girl, children, she struck another match. This time she saw that the wall became transparent, giving her a beautiful view of a table on which there was a beautiful plate. In it, roasted goose was there. That roasted goose, it was stuffed with prunes and apples, and children, it was steaming deliciously. But as soon as that girl, she just stretched out her hand, and she had seen that goose just stood up from the plate, and it started coming towards her. Again the flame of that match went out. The girl hurriedly, she struck the matchstick for the third time, and then, children, she saw the most beautiful Christmas tree, larger and lovelier than the Christmas tree which she had seen last year. She saw that that Christmas tree, it was lighted with 1,000 candles, and as she tried to reach near that Christmas tree, the flame again went out, and that girl saw at that particular moment that the candles of that Christmas tree, they started rising higher and higher through the air, and they turned into bright stars in the sky. And children, out of those bright stars, one star, it started falling down by streaking the sky with light. The little girl was once told by her dead grandmother that when a star falls, someone dies, means a soul goes up to God. Now we are on page 3 of this story. The little girl struck another match, children, and this time she visualized her dead grandmother. Her grandmother was looking so beautiful and bright. Her face was shining, and she was looking very gentle, very kind, very loving. The little girl, she cried in pain. "Oh dear granny, take me with you. Please don't disappear like that stove, like that roasted goose, like that Christmas tree." So children, quickly, out of fear of losing the sight of her grandmother, what that girl did, she lighted all her matches left in her matchbox so that her grandmother could not leave her alone. Children, the flame of those matches, it just flared up, and the little girl's grandmother, she looked so grand and beautiful in the light of that flare. She took the little match girl in her arms, and both flew joyfully towards the sky. No, children, that girl, permanently got rid of that cold, that hunger, and all the miseries of the world. She was going to heaven with her grandmother. The next morning, the little match girl, she was found frozen, but with a smile on her face. She had died on the last evening of the old year. And children, no one could ever imagine what beautiful visions she had before going to heaven with her grandmom. So this is all about this story, children. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the plot, about the title, setting, symbols, imagery used in this story. We will also discuss all the question answers of your workbook. Your homework is to read this story twice and underline all the important points I told you. Thank you so much, students. Take care.